I don't know why, but you are watching the Madness Comic Network. Are you mental?
Don't say anything. What's going on?
Hey,
Welcome,
morning, everybody.
welcome to What's Your Issue. No changes here. Everything's cool. We're good. Woohoo! Hey,
Believe
I
it's
am
August.
Pops Van Zant. I am your host. And today I have a guest host, which probably going to turn into a regular host.
Hey.
Nem from Nem in the AM. Look, I'll tell you what we're going to do, Nem. We could start this show a little bit earlier on Pilled
Yeah,
and do some free form stuff and then add YouTube and stuff to it.
sounds
Maybe?
good.
Right? Like halfway through the show or something, like at 12:30. So we could start a little bit earlier over there, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure something cool out. Yeah, no, because that's what we do.
I always love being over here on the Madness and love to helping you out here. And of course, I hate these two people down below. You know, I can't see
I
it.
know. I was just gonna say these are all my favorite people. Yay!
It's
And then he's
really
like, "I
hard to
hate
do.
you," and I'm like, "All right, that's fair."
Yeah, no, that fits. That fits.
It's really hard to do a show with a bunch of people that suck. That's
Yeah.
why I'm here with you guys. Because you don't suck. You see what I'm saying? We have a really good show for you guys today. We're going to talk about Laurie Calcaterra's Path of the Pale Rider.
Dun dun dun.
Chris is popping in because they got other stuff going on, and we might hear little hints and no spoilers, but hints
Yeah, no spoilers, Chris.
of things that may
Not
be coming.
me. I know how to
You're
keep
muted.
a secret.
Don't
You're
dim it.
muted.
Don't dim
Chris, you're
it.
muted.
So,
You're muted.
That's why he's muted. He's gonna
Yeah.
spend the rest of the show muted. Just nod yes or no. There we go.
So we're going to go around. We're going to introduce the people that are here. We got Nem. Dave, he's here, and he is the host of Nem in the AM
It's a great
And the-
show.
and the Nem's Gaming Madness on Wednesday mornings.
probably is going to have a little alteration in Nim's Gaming Madness, but we will figure it out. It will come back. Don't worry about that. So,
I
Mhm.
think we might be able to talk Chris into joining us on Wednesday.
okay. So,
Look at that face. He's like,
Chris is like, what's this now? What's
He's
this
like,
now?
I have no time left, you guys. I'm totally with you. I'm just like, oh, that sounds like fun.
I've
Darn.
heard of time, but I don't have any of it.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're going to be in need of a healer on Wednesday morning. Not sure, but
I'm a great
I feel
healer.
like we're going to need a healer on Wednesday
I'm a
morning.
great healer, and then I'll call you stupid while I'm healing you.
Yeah.
This was dumb. Don't do that again.
Mhm.
Yeah, she does.
Suddenly, I have the vision of Karen coming out of, being birthed from the ass, and I'm like, I'm right back there again.
That was
So,
great, wasn't it?
yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. That's a Ned Davis thing. He's doing a Karen comic book. It's almost done.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes,
Chris,
yes.
it is wild. I got to read the script and I was like, this is nuts. It's like if Karens were cryptids.
Nice.
And there is like a fraternal order of Karen hunters, and it's hilarious.
What's up, Ghost Pepper? What's up, Kaz? Good morning, everybody. We're going to talk about Path. We're going to talk about the Path. And if you don't know,
Really? I'm so
You're about
excited.
to.
It's where
You're
my
about to.
brain lives. What? Yes.
I was going to say, I'm going to let you, when you're ready, I'm going to let you share your screen so
Okay.
you're in control of the scroll,
Can do.
But yeah, Laurie's campaign, it's a little over halfway through. And
Oh, we got 1 week left. I only did
Yeah.
a 3-week campaign.
Yeah.
so a little over halfway through.
I was like, we got 7 days left. It's almost done.
Yeah. I see you got a few more.
Yeah. It's weird how the momentum goes. It's like that law of attraction from the universe, where it's like one person comes to back and then another person backs and then more
Mhm.
people pile on. But it's like, y'all could have been here last week. No? All right.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are still under that mentality, like I'll come in back when I get paid. And so
Yeah.
yesterday was the end of the month. Today's the first of the month. And so we should get some movement this last week. Mhm.
Well,
Kitty.
for me, it's the same as always. It's like, now I went ahead and backed this one. I backed it knowing I don't have any money in my account. I do have money. I just ain't been to the Walmart to put it on my card. You see what I'm saying? If I can't get it on my card in time, that's my problem. Is I live out in the boonies, folks, and I don't.
Right. And for people that happens, and if your card gets declined on the Kickstarter, we can make other arrangements. I've done that for people before, because if you want to get like the cool stretch goals and stuff, and you were a part of the campaign, but payment just didn't go through, I will definitely work with you. I've done it before.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to miss out on all the cool stuff that accumulates. You know.
I just have to time my purchases around goodwill with Mrs. Nem. So like I've already backed 4 campaigns. So it's like I gotta build up some more goodwill. And then it's like I'm gonna ask Chris there where I can start on Slaughterville, but it's like first I gotta be, build up some more goodwill so I can get back in.
It's hard when you back a bunch and they all end at the same approximate time, then you're in trouble. Because I'm like, I swear to God, like I spread this out, but they just all end at the same time, right? And my husband's like, you need to stop with the Kickstarter for a little bit.
Yeah. By the way, Carrie, I see your comment there, Carrie. That is Gripper. He is one of our new kittens. So.
Kitty.
Gripper?
Yep, Gripper. He's called Gripper because when he was a baby, he just loved to jump on things and just hold on like a koala bear. So that's his name. He's a Gripper.
Mm-hmm.
They still think you're shrinking, Laurie.
I know. It's just getting used to the lack of background. You know what I mean?
I don't think you're as close to your camera as you were before.
This is the same. I'm at the same desk setup, just in a different room.
It definitely looks like you're farther away. I don't know why. I think
it's because the perspective isn't the forced perspective of the. I don't know. Here, look. We'll put on the background.
Hold up. Let me look.
I don't know why, but you were watching the.
It looks the same, Carrie. I think you're right.
It is. Now you look bigger. What kind of sorcery is this? You just grew.
I don't know why, but you were watching the Madness Comic Network.
Yeah, right? I think it's the same. It's the same.
Oh, what happened to Chris? Oh, there he is.
Who? What happened to who?
Yeah.
Who now? No. Oh, goodness. Well, I shared my screen whenever you're ready. Here it is.
Okay, so we got to the next poker card. Woo-hoo!
I did a late night update last night around midnight. So we unlocked. I like these little. We're working on the Spades suit, which is the undead suit. Because we're going into the undead retirement community, so we unlock more cards, we will unlock more spades. When we start getting into the next issue, we can actually start unlocking a new suit. I'm excited for that. See, it's magic.
Yeah.
So we got 2 unlocked. We could get to 150 just depending on how many people pile on at the end. That will be after issue 8 to carry. So after issue 8, we'll do the next trade, and then we'll have the 2 trades. If you already have the first one, so you're good. But here's all the other poker cards that have been unlocked. So a lot of the people that are new and in those catch-up tiers, if you want to, fill in the gaps of the previous poker cards, they're all there, and the add-ons. I think they're $1 each, and then it's no shipping attached to it, so you can get them all in and make sure you have them all when you get to the end. So
you were on another show the other day, and I really liked one of the ideas. I was like, I don't want to bother you, but I almost want my card. I want you to shoot it. Like you
too, about. Eh?
Yeah.
It was Dash Hooper was like, because you're in that middle part where you're just like screaming into the void, and I was like, anybody listening, can you please give me a boot over the next backer? And so Dash, and he was like, I went and backed both you and Ed Davis. He's like, but I want my poker card signed. And then I was like, well, I'll shoot it for you and then sign it. And he was like, yes. So I could do that if you guys want. I'll just have to go to the range and You know, I'm pretty accurate. I'm out of practice though, so it might take me a few tries to get warmed up here.
That's okay. Practice is perfect. Practice
Yeah.
makes perfect. That's one thing you don't want to be no good at.
Yeah, is shooting, right?
Okay.
What's the point then?
You just gonna hurt the wrong person if you're no good at it. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
Practice, practice, practice.
Can I play my video?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's in the thing though, isn't it?
It might be. I don't have access to.
Is it the 52-second one?
I don't know.
Okay, fine. That's the one we have loaded.
Yeah. I don't think you have this one. Wait. That was just a thing that someone just threw into the into the universe. I guess I can do that if you guys want that. No biggie. I'll do it.
Yeah. Now see.
Hi, I'm Laurie Calcaterra, writer and creator of A Banana Peel. Really? Take two. Hi, I'm Laurie Calcaterra, writer and creator of Path of the Pale Rider. There is a link in this video that will take you to a hidden reward on this campaign. So pay attention. Returning backers, this one's back. Because this is issue 7, which is my favorite. It's what we've been waiting for, and I cannot wait for you to see the ending. It is killer. And for the people just finding Path, oh boy, are you in for a treat. Back up. What is Path of the Pale Rider? Oh yeah, Path of the Pale Rider is a Western apocalypse comic book series where death is broken. We're following a cowboy through the wasteland as he sifts through conspiracy theories trying to figure out what the heck happened. We don't have flesh-craving zombies. We have people whose soul didn't leave when their body died, and their mind slowly rots. There's no magic bullet to the brain. There's no escape. You feel pain. You decompose. You lose your humanity. And by the way, this affects people, animals, insects, fish. So do you have like 5,000 questions about how this world works? So does everybody else. Mostly the answer is put hot sauce on it. Hey, eyes over here. We'll talk hot sauce later. Pay attention. There's a ton in the campaign below, so just go explore it. You're going to find amazing comics, variant covers by talented artists, ketchup tiers, hot sauce, t-shirts, riddles, custom pop, kick-ass stretch goals, unique handmade items. Oh, and did I mention hot sauce? I really hope this is your new favorite read. Thanks again for backing this campaign and supporting indie comics. I hope you start on your path today. You like it?
Absolutely.
Did you see the code?
QR code?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you see the I don't know. Did you see the right one?
That I don't know.
There's one that's pretty obvious. Go ahead and scan that and see what happens, my friends. and then don't come for me in my chat.
Well, now I'm curious. Grab my phone.
Nem's like, I must do it. Oh,
we got a couple of comments from Carrie, though. I think I started something bad here. She goes,
Wait, you can get a signed by you. How do we get a card shot by you? I'm going to have to do some of these. You can't tease us like that.
And now she's already thinking of ways to frame.
I'm going to have to do it. I'll do it. Time to creep up to Pops. Pops. Yeah. See this book. See, this is how, unfortunately, I don't have the international shipping turned on. So this is how we usually Carrie gets her books, is that she'll send me some funds outside of the campaign and I order the things. I ship everything to Pops, and then Pops is gracious enough to ship the stuff internationally to Carrie. So
yeah, I have a big old box sitting here going, I think she's waiting for Galaxy Memorial Park.
Oh, good luck, Chris. Hope everything's okay.
Shoot.
So, yeah.
Good luck, Chris.
What?
Yeah. So this book, to say that I'm excited about this book is a huge understatement. This is the part of the story that I've been looking forward to since we started this whole thing. You know, it's the secret I've been sitting on since 2018. And you think you know how bad this world is until you read this issue. It's terrible. And that's saying something, because I've shown you some pretty, terrible things. This is the one that nobody sees coming. We're going to be talking about this issue for a while. So blah, blah. If you're new to us, this is what you should expect. I love this video too. Now, and I mean, like, again, can you believe the creator when they're hyping up their own issue? Because I may be really super excited about it, but maybe I've missed the mark. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a big deal, but does anybody else think it's a big deal? And so what I did, Nem, is I let a handful of readers create. It's people that have been reading since the beginning, so they know, all the way up through issue 6. I let them read the first half of the script. Daily Laurie cast. Don't you know it, John Westhoff? I get out there and I hit the pavement. I'm working. When the campaign is live, I'm live too. So these 5 people got to read the first half of the script. And now I didn't let them read the end because I need them to see the end, not just read it.
Right.
So
there's visual.
There's it'll hit, much differently when you see it. And so I cut them off in the middle, and they were all so mad. But I would love to play this one too.
Laurie Calcaterra, creator of Path the Pale Rider, gave us a sneak peek for issue 7. I probably shouldn't have sworn. You're gonna have to bleep that out.
Leah.
I think I have recovered enough to have a discussion with you.
So I was lucky enough to get a sneak peek at book 7.
Laurie Calcaterra, the creator of Path of the Pale Rider. She was kind enough to let me read a preview of issue 7. Oh my goodness.
Laurie's been promising something very big for issue 7 for a while, and
I honestly didn't predict this.
And I'm not kidding you when I tell you my excitement over this series grew like tenfold just on this tiny little portion.
Just wait. Issue 7 is going to be a game changer, just like she's been teasing to us since the very beginning.
This has been such a wild ride.
Because I was already disturbed with just the script.
I have to see what's next. I have to.
I have to know. I have to know.
And not only that, I have to see what I read in the comic book in action. If it's 25% as amazing as it is in my head, it's going to blow you away too.
As you can see behind me, I have all 6 issues so far.
So I started from the very beginning of Path of the Pale Rider. I read all 6 issues, and then of course the sneak peek. And I've been hooked since issue 1.
Dan, what do you imagine when you think of Undead Retirement Center?
Oh, I think it sounds nice. Like they have activities, they have game night, they have board games, they have Connect 4, they watch Matlock.
And is that what you think is actually going to be happening in issue 7?
No.
You guys wait until you get this issue in your hands. I only got to read half of it, and it's nothing like what I expected.
You will not be disappointed. You've got to get the whole series on Kickstarter when it comes out.
Issue 7 is so big you can see it from outer space. Issue 7 is so big that aliens, if they knew this was happening, which they would because they'd be able to see it from outer space, would turn around because they'd be scared.
I'm
Hint.
obsessed. I have to know what happens next. I have to know.
Issue 7. Let's go.
Laurie Calcaterra, you are sick. And I love it.
Oh, that's fun. They were so
now,
gracious. Huh?
I'm scared of issue 7 now. So.
Oh my goodness. All those people are wonderful people. And I've listed them all in my TikTok and social media. When we shared this, please go follow those creators. They're podcasters. There's Zombie Book Club. There's Two Dimensions Podcast. Joe Salazar is an author. She writes The Dead Weight, and she is an amazing writer. So if you're into novels and zombies, go follow her. She does amazing stuff. And then last but not least is Josh Booth, who is an amazing content creator. He's on TikTok. And I met Josh Booth at Texoma last year. And so that's in Oklahoma. So that, I mean, like, that's my point, is you have to go do all the things. You can't just do the social media. You got to go out and meet the people at cons, because I would have never have met Josh. And Josh was like, I don't even read comic books until I found Laurie. And so we're slowly converting people to indie comics just by interacting with them. And as you can see, he loves what we do. And not only that, he's a cosplayer. He started doing Path of the Pale Rider cosplay. If you want to see it, go find Josh Booth on TikTok, because he's starting. I'm going to build him a disc. Nem, I'm excited. Hey, Dave Brinks, man, how are you? So
what's up, Dave?
What's up? Now, Carrie, if I can get a camera in there and they let me film, I would happily shoot at the range. But again, they have their own rules about whether you can film or not. So it just depends on what they say. But yeah, I could. I mean, if they allow me to, I'll set my phone up on a little stand and I'll shoot.
If you come to my neighborhood, you can probably shoot all you want. No one will show up. So
I mean, I'm in Texas.
Yeah.
They'll just be like, yeah, there's a gun. It's fine. You know, as long as it's not in the HOA neighborhood, they don't care.
You know, I think it's interesting that you were talking about having to go to cons and everything, because I was talking to someone else about this the other day. It's like,
yeah,
it's like cracking the code on how to get to your audience and stuff like that. And I think,
yeah,
that's a lot of good advice. So
you have to. I met someone this weekend, same thing, where he was like, what do you do? It looks like you have a lot on your table. And I was like, well, I write comics and, you know, I bake. And yes, I am live every day while campaign is live, or at least I try to be. And then I also make hot sauce. And I was like, if you want to try the hot sauce, that's great. But I would really like to talk about the comic book. Like, that's just where I am. Yes, live every day. And so he was like, well, I'm not really into comics. And I said, that's okay. A lot of people get into comics because of my comic. Because I'm tired of Hollywood reboot, recycle, prequel, sequel. They are not taking a risk with anything new. And people are still writing new properties and exciting stories, but we're just all in indie because Hollywood won't give us a chance. I'm like, so if you want something new and exciting, let's talk. And so I just talked about Path, and I was like, I always start out with the Book of Eli, Walking Dead, spaghetti western, sprinkle on some Cocaine Bear, and that gets them intrigued. I'm like, if that's what you like, you're going to like this. And then I start pitching the actual story, and he bought the whole series.
Nice.
So there's a way to connect. You have to. And same thing. Yeah. And I make squishies, Carrie. So, man, you got to go talk to people, and you'll get your yeses and nos, and that's fine. It's just, but if you don't go talk, you get just straight up no's. You know what I mean?
So,
yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Pops.
I just agreeing. Yep. That's what you get.
And at least it's something that I'm passionate about. I've worked for banks. I've worked for other companies. I've sold their products. And sometimes it's hard to believe in some of the products when you know it's like, I'm just adding these on so I get commission. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really interested in what you do with this. But this is my own passion project. So it's easy to be excited when I talk about it, and it's catching.
It would seem like you guys have a great community there in Texas, though, too, because it's like,
yes,
you guys have so many cons. It's like in SoCal, there are some, but they're all big ones for the most part, you know. And it's like, it seems like there's a lot of local ones, which is cool, you know. So
that's well, I'm in Dallas area. I'm in Dallas and Fort Worth, kind of the Metroplex. They're big, they're each a big city on their own, and they're so close that they kind of overlap. So there's a ton of Comic Cons in Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington. I'm going to one in Frisco tomorrow. So there's just a ton here, and so it's very easy to go to local cons and still get my name out there. But I'm starting to venture out this year. I was going to go to Mockingbird Lane in Seguin in September, but the venue got damaged in all those floods that went through Texas over the 4th. And so that one's postponed for right now. Hopefully they can find another venue or another date that I can go. Hey, Gray Wolf.
I'm working on a couple new things, and I may be in Texas for a con next year. So
cool. depending on where you are, because Texas is
Yes.
a giant ass state, we should see each other. It's always like, oh, I'm going to be in Texas. Great. Where are you going to be? El Paso. That's 12 hours from me. Because I'm like all the way north.
Believe it or not, I used to live in Texas. So
yeah,
I was stationed in Texas too. So. A couple places. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
That's funny. I didn't know that, Woody. 1313 Mockingbird Lane is where the monsters live. That's cool. And I think that's kind of what the theme was for Mockingbird Lane. It was just kind of like an old school horror feel, like classic, like that, black and white. And so that was going to be the feel for the show. So, I just did my first horror con at Texas Haunters, and that crowd is great. I feel like I found my people, because I always feel like I'm the weirdo at the neighborhood, hangout barbecue, because everybody's talking about Susie and Jimmy and all the, kids stuff that they do and working out. And I'm just like, I bake cookies and I write horror. And then I stab people and they're like, yeah,
so
don't talk to her.
After issue 7, are we all going to have a support group or something after we
I mean, there's going to be some trauma. You might throw your comic book, but we're not done. Obviously, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, we got work to do. Right. Yeah. And this is something that was interesting because Gilbert was like, you've been hyping 7 for so long. He's like, once we get through 7, what do people have to look forward to?
So I shouldn't take my own gun out and shoot my issue 7 after I get it. I'll be okay.
Please don't.
So, okay.
It might be worth money someday. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I don't have to die first for it to be worth something, but yeah, don't shoot your issue 7. But after issue 7, we're kind of like going downhill towards the end of the arc, and we're going downhill towards the answer. And so I have always said, you will find out how death was broken in these first 12 issues. So in 8, if you're paying attention, it's there, but you have to look. In 9, if you're paying attention, you maybe don't have to pay attention as much. You can figure it out. And if you haven't figured it out at the end of 9, I just slap you in the face in the beginning of 10. It's like, there it is. And then it's, how do we deal with it after that? Like, where do we go once we know? I'm sorry. Yeah. You could stab it with a knife, though. I hear that's popular. Don't go to jail.
I was gonna say, you could shoot the card. It's just
you can only do it once. Isn't that how they say it? Like, everything is edible once.
She said you can stab it, though. I hear that's popular over there.
I was hoping we were going to gloss right over that, but no.
Laurie's throwing shade out there. So
that is a beautiful short. I hope it comes through perfectly. I like that.
I'm just saying, it's pretty trendy. I wanted to point something out about these pages, by the way, is that Jude St. Clair is going undercover, right? And by undercover, he's taking a freaking beta blocker to slow down his heartbeat. And now I play with, reality a bit, but there are beta blockers that you can inject into your body in reality that will slow down your heartbeat, but not to this extent. Like, he's getting 1 heartbeat a minute. And so he has this undead appearance.
You would beta block yourself right into undead at 1 heartbeat a minute. So
right, but that was the point, is like, not only is this dangerous, it's a cockamamie plan that they came up with in issue 6. They're like, inject this into your body, you're going to have a hack disc, they're going to take you in, like, you just have to see what it is, and then whatever it is, you just break back out and come back here. We're going to blow everything open, and then we'll take you to the Golden City, which is really what you want, right? And that's why issue 6, he was like, you guys are crazy. He's like, well, they're a little warped because, again, they're undead, so they're a little rotten around the craniums. But that's like, this plan is not going to work. But here he is. He decided to go. He made that decision for himself, which was super important last issue, right? Because you can't go into this half and just kind of half-assed. You have to go in with the intention to get in there find out what it is, and survive. And it's like he has this cracks me up where they're like, yeah, just put this around your arm, right? We'll hide it under your sleeve. This is the antidote. This is the epinephrine, which he has to inject into himself in the heart before his 30 heartbeats run out, or he is permanently undead. Now, if you're looking at the panels, this is something that Gilbert does that is very subtle. And all the time, if you go back and you look at issues 5 and 6, he plays with the borders of the panels. So if you look, a lot of times in our issues, he has this white outline with the black splotches. And when Jude is going to become undead, we have these half and half.
Ooh, that's cool.
And so now when he is undead, we just have the black panels. He is, in other words, telling you he is in 1 foot in the grave, right?
That's some
Which
cool
I
bit
think
of
is
storytelling.
cool.
So
it's very subtle. It's like subliminal, where he's telling you things without telling you things. And that's kind of how we all roll. There's some other things that you're going to see in this issue. There won't be a lot of dialogue, very little. I probably have SFX to communicate sound, but for the most part, like there's one bubble on this page. The art is going to tell the story.
You know what my favorite panel on that page is, though?
Which one?
The
eyes.
The eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is awesome. First of all, it reminds me of a David Bowie video from the 80s, Eyes Without a Face.
Oh, interesting.
And it looks so cool. Like I would love to have that like on a t-shirt or something, or like a screensaver just staring back. It's really, really cool. So I love that panel. That is awesome.
I'll take that feedback. I wonder if we could do something with that.
Yeah.
And now this has been something that we've kind of put into our issues from issue 1 is the eye squints, because I'm heavily influenced by Clint Eastwood movies and Westerns. And so just that close up of the eyes, we've had that several times in the comic, but it's just, this is the first time you're seeing Jude as this undead look. By the way, hi, Matt Campbell. Thanks for hopping on and saying hi. We love you over at Action Line. And I hope someone gets on the Wheel of Destiny today. That's a great show. We would love to have you here on the Madness as well. I'm just putting that out.
Oh yeah, you're saying.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is cool and is incredibly well drawn. I got to give it to Gilbert on those eyes.
Thank you. Gilbert's going to be in his glory this issue. And this is one of the things that he and I had talked about before he came on. Like we were talking about what he wanted in an issue, and he wanted action, and he wanted like a more sequential story with ongoing issues, so that way he can develop characters and really push himself. And I was like, well, I got the thing for you, buddy. And then he read the script and he was like, how am I going to do some of these things that you're asking me to do? And at least with Path, it's like every issue gets progressively crazier. Mm-hmm. And so he had to draw Santa Claus burning down like swarms of beetles, and you know what I mean? Like, and he killed that. Like people were on fire and people are covered in boils and then like almost drowning in the rapids, and you know what I mean? But that was like only part of the issue. And in issue 6, we had to draw this large camp of undead people and all their grisly stuff. And he was super funny. Like if you go look at the camp and look at what's going on in the background, because Jude's in the foreground, he's like having this crisis about what he does. But if you look in the background, like the undead are playing football and sitting around the campfire. Gilbert actually drew himself into the issue. I was going through it and I was like, that looks like Gilbert. I was like, Gilbert, is this you? And he was like, I wanted to be in there.
That's great.
So, we always have fun. But this issue, this is the one where it's like, this is really going to push Gilbert. So I'm excited. And I can already tell from these first 4 pages, the team is excited. Gilbert's excited. Matt's knocking it out of the park. Matt Chambers, is our colorist. This book is going to blow everybody. I'm excited. You know what I mean? It's going to blow me away. And you guys are not prepared for what's coming. And now, if you've read Path, you know I like to bring back obscure characters. So we had Carlos, we've had just random people walking through. There's the snake guy. I'm not going to say his name because he's a spoiler. The snake guy has been in the background of several issues. There are 2 characters on this page that were in issue 1.
I gotta look closer.
We haven't seen them since issue 1, but if you know who they are, this is devastating.
Yeah.
Because these were the first 2 people that Jude met in issue 1. It's the woman and the little girl.
Yep.
And they were on this camp that said, stay away. And they gave him directions to Santa Claus. And he told this little girl the secret about Prince's name, that the prince, his horse's name is actually Diana Prince. And that he named her after this warrior woman who protects the human race because she has a star on her forehead. Here they are.
So are we going to find out how they died at some point? Oh, you don't want to name it. Sorry. All right. I'm not going to.
I was like, wow, Nim. We might allude to it, but there won't be any time to really discuss anything in this issue. Because as soon as the action starts, it does not stop. It's wild. I'm actually working on, you know me, I like to put QR codes to music. So or other videos, like I had a QR code in issue 5 that explained what kind of beetles were swarming the town. I've had music like that Dwayne is whistling. My brain just derailed there. But he's whistling music as he's breaking out of jail. That music is a spoiler. Like if you knew the context of what he was whistling, it'll make more sense when we get to issue 8 and 9, what he's whistling. And how does he know things? You know what I mean? We're going to find that out. But I'm working on a soundtrack for this issue specifically. Because this is one that I've talked about where I'm challenged because it is so loud what's going to be happening that I would have to fill the entire page with SFX, and I'm not going to do that. I need the art to breathe. You need to see what's happening and not be just overwhelmed by the SFX. And so I will have a QR code with sound to accompany the wild middle part of this issue.
Very cool. So you're working on 40X comics. So
it will enhance the experience if you can understand what is actually going on, because it's just overwhelming. The sight of what's happening, the sound of what's happening. There's no time to think. Everything happens super fast. And then to see how Jude tackles this. Ha, Matt, I know you are. Matt's like, when are we going? Where are we going? Can we do it now? How about now? And I was like, we're getting there. We're going to do it. And I'm excited to see what you guys put together. It's always like Christmas Day when I get new pages from Gilbert, and then Matt, brings color and life. These pages were great in black and white, but when you see Jude turning gray, it's like, oh Lord, we're into it. So, what's that?
If we can go back to it, I just have to say, I've still got the eye panel in my head. I love that panel so much. It's like the eyes panel. Those are so cool.
Let me see if we can do it. We could turn that into a shirt and just put the logo above it. That would be cool.
Yeah. I just think that's amazing. In fact, I would even put that on my car. It's like those.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, that is really, really
and then
pretty amazing panel. I love that. So
the tagline for this issue is eventually all good luck runs out.
And then you said Matt did the color. I think the color makes it pop because the red at the corner of the eyes, the way he did that, and then doing the eye shine and everything in the eyes.
Yeah. I mean, this page, look, here it is. It's gray on the injection site, and then it's like slowly taken over. And even on this action panel where Carlos is just like, bye, good luck. he's turning gray, more and more gray until
Oh no.
What? Laura, you're killing me.
She wants a bullet hole sign playing card as well.
I'm gonna have to go. Well, it's only fitting that I shoot the Lola Queen of Hearts because she's the one that shoots everything. She's the trigger happy lady, so she's the bandita that with the good smile and the heart of rot. So we'll shoot him. So, I'll shoot him. I'll take a handful and I'll do it. Sure.
I hope you will forgive me though, as I'm looking at all this and you were describing it. I can't turn the smartass writer inside of me off. You were talking about going to the Golden City and they gave him the shot. I was imagining the Wizard of Oz version of this where like undead Glinda comes out. It's like, you are going to go to the Golden City. Here's the shot.
Now I love that. I'm playing on a bunch of different I don't know what you call it. Hi Andrea. How are you, lady? Nice to see you. A bunch of different myths. So the Golden City could also be El Dorado, right? The city of gold. Also, we're playing with like the Fountain of Youth. There's a man named Gold that lives there who, you know, claims to have beaten death, or like there's multiple ways that Dwayne Fink has described what this is. He's shackled death, he's beaten death, he's captured death. He's, you know, what how? You know what I mean? Like, how are we doing this? And so you're gonna see Derp Pig. We're gonna work on that too. I'm good, Andrea. Matt and I were talking. Well, we were talking in the Path group chat this morning, and he put a piglet in there that was super cute. And I was like, "Can you turn that undead?" Asking for a friend, and he did this cute little undead pig, and I was like, "We're gonna have to make a sticker now." I wonder if they have bacon. What?
Have you put any more thought into Flapjack?
No, I feel so bad because Eric Zombie 13 is gonna end up making this whole goddamn undead zoo. Because now that Sad Pancake is a thing, there are people are like, oh, I need like undead like we were talking about undead cats and undead pigs, and it's like Zombie's gonna end up making like undead alpacas and undead everything.
Is it wrong now that you said piglet that in a future issue or at some point I want to see an actual person who used to work at Disneyland in a piglet costume whose arms were off and he's undead wandering the wasteland? It's undead piglet.
His arms flopping in the background like, wait for me. Oh my gosh. My dad has this crazy idea that there is a casino in my world, and he did this. I didn't write this, but he was like, there's a casino in the world where you can go in and you know, bet, and if you win you get undead body parts. So like if you've lost an arm, you can go there and try to win enough to get another arm put on. So the question is, does the arm assimilate to you, or does the arm have its own freaking mind where you're like, don't mind this arm, I want it in a bet.
It's like you're sitting there doing this, you know, your arms are just like going flopping around.
Yeah, because that arm doesn't belong to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So we actually addressed this in the comic at some point with a character named the Skinner, who is something else. But yeah, I wonder, Matt, if we can we'll do a I'll let the fandom name these animals. Okay, well, Flapjack is a thing. There is. Wait.
Do you want to tell people what Flapjack is, or just let them wait?
He's a flattened cat.
Yeah, he's a roadkill cat. He got run over, and he's got tire treads across his belly, and he's just a head and tail.
Does he have to move like that old worm dance, that break dance? You know, he's like.
No. I'm thinking more of like. Do you remember like when Wile E. Coyote would get flattened, and then he would jump up on like his fingertips and shit and walk off screen? But he's still flat.
I'm gonna end up doing an ABC book of undead animals, like a cardboard book. It's a joke, but it would be really funny and disturbing for the children. So there is a dog here too. Did you notice in this one?
Yes.
We named him Waffles.
A is for antelope. See it flop with broken legs. It can no longer hop.
No, A is for alpaca. I know we're getting an alpaca at some point because I put that idea in Zombie 13's mind. He was like, if you could pick another animal, what would it be? And I was like, an alpaca. So I'm going on a show on Monday, and I'm wondering what he's been up to.
Oh my Lord.
So Waffles is about to have a bad day. So I don't know if we'll be seeing Waffles merch. We will probably see more Sad Pancake merch because he's the OG undead dog. But Waffles is going to have a bad day. We'll just leave it at that. So we got a ton of stuff, you guys. If you haven't actually clicked on this campaign, if you're new to Path, you can see that was a flat one. I have to go look that up, Matt. But you can see the beautiful work of all the previous issues. It just does a quick recap in GIF form, so you don't have to click anything or think. And if you are
so if that's already a thing, Laurie, if there was already a flat cat, we can always change it to any other number of medium-sized road kills that we see all the time.
I know, seriously.
You know,
raccoon, flapjack if it's flat.
Yeah, it could be a raccoon or a possum or
right.
That's funny. On this cover right here.
Yeah.
Since I'm like the I do all this stuff on NIM and the AM, so I've got to bring it up here too. This cover reminds me of a movie. I don't know if you've seen it. The Frighteners. There is a character in there played by I forget the actor's name, but he played the original Gomez Adams in the TV series, and he's a ghost of a judge.
Raul Julia, isn't that his name?
Yeah.
No, the one from the TV series, the TV show. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
I can remember.
But he plays an undead hanging judge who's Randy's head too. So, but it's really he looks exactly like. In fact, if I could find a picture of the character, I will throw it up here in a second. But
John Astin.
John Astin. Yeah, that is it. Yeah.
So I love this cover. And one of the things that makes me laugh about it is I feel like if he takes his hat off, his hair and his scalp go with it.
Yeah.
It would just be like, howdy, ma'am. And like the hair comes off.
It's already like grown to the hat.
Yeah. It's like it's fused in the hat now. And it's like, maybe that's not even his hair. It's someone else's hair that he's just wearing. So it just raises questions, but I love that. I gave everybody's cover like these fun names. So Head West is just this running joke that we have in the book where anytime Jude St. Clair asks for directions, everybody just is like, oh, just go west. And he's like, do I turn left? Do I like where? And they're like, no, you just go west and it's fine. And so he's just like, we have lost the ability to give directions in the apocalypse. So
I'm just going to take this out for 1 second.
Let me see. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, he's got the hair.
Yep.
And the hat. Yep.
Yeah. And he's like a gunfighter. He fights. He actually, in this movie, he fights off death a couple times. So,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Like it. This one. Okay. So Wade Codling, I met him at Texoma. Super talented. He does more of a painterly style. He's really, really great at just laying color on the canvas without working it too much and making it like mush. He has a great painting of Darth Maul that's what caught me. And I was like, I have this idea for a cover that I'd like to give to you specifically. And it was this. It's just a bank of TVs, and it's all propaganda about the undead retirement community, because we've been seeing commercials for it since the beginning. We did a short film about Pine Fox Undead Retirement Community, which is one of the many retirement communities that they claim are out there. So you have this combination of like white picket fences and beautiful flowers, and then a couple hugging, and then there's lies. The URC is a lie, and then we have like bugs and fires, and Big James is in there, and it's like, what do you believe? You know, do you believe the propaganda they're selling you about this white picket fence community? And if you look, there's these images spray painted over the TVs. There's symbols. And now I didn't explain to him what these symbols are, but I gave him instructions about which symbols he could use and where, because there is meaning behind these, which you'll find out.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like this one, this one you've seen a lot. I mean, like if you look at the bottom corner, I have this. This is the issue number, and then there's that symbol, and then that is a feather. So
you'll Dan Brown of comics.
I'm the what?
The Dan Brown of comics. The guy.
Oh
who wrote,
I'll take that as a guy. I like Dan Brown.
Yeah.
Da Vinci Code.
Yeah. You got this symbols and everything all over the place.
I've told the story about this one. This is Les Gardner, who wandered into our launch party for issue 6 and was like, "Hey man, if you get to 5,000, I'll do a cover for you." And I was like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" I'm like, because we do 5,000 every campaign, and Pops was like, "Nope.
Might as well start now."
Yeah, he was like, "Nope, Laura, he said it. He's doing it. Get started, Les." Like Pops. I was like, maybe he didn't know, and he was like, "Nope, get started." But Les did this in like 2 days.
I will say my wife's favorite, and she actually has one of your stickers. It's not a sticker. Is it the sugar skulls you do? She loves sugar skulls.
Yeah.
Anything like that. And so she has one of those on her phone.
That's cool. Yeah, we have the sugar skulls, and we do. I have a T-shirt with that like Skull Arena, and I have poker cards that I laser cut with that Skull Arena one, where she has like a fan and she's peeking over it, like an ornate mirror, which is super cool. This is Terry Parr. I love Terry Parr. He's the artist on Tomorrow Girl for Antarctic Press. He has his own series called Gemini Force. I just talked to him this morning. He does a series called Gemini Force, which is like Saturday morning cartoon. You'll get a 24-page issue that has 2 stories in it. And it's girls, and it's like they are rock and roll clones from the 80s, and they go on space hijinks. Sometimes they wear scantily clad clothing. That's it. You know what I mean? But there's never any kind of like overt pornography in it. But it's a lot of fun. And so he and I are both in Texas, so I see him quite a bit when we do the con circle. And we exchanged issue 1s, and I read Gemini Force, and he was like, "Give me your opinion on it." And my question was, what are you trying to do? And so he gave me an overview of what he wanted to do. And I was like, would you, maybe I could write for you. And so we bartered. So I had got this beautiful cover from Terry, and then I wrote his issue number 2 of Gemini Force, which is a lot of fun. Totally outside anything that I've done before. Had a blast. He's working on pages for the second half. He finished like the first story, which is fun and just makes me laugh. The reactions of these girls when everything goes wrong is just fun. So, but this I love. She's just gorgeous, and I never thought I would have a pink cover to Path. Right?
I just realized what I need for
what?
See, I talked to Bracy about this before, and we were going to work on that. But my Blood World universe is like a far future science fiction, but there's a lot of horror elements into it. There's all these things. I need you to write a horror story in that setting.
I would love to.
Ooh, that sounds fun. That sounds fun.
Yes.
And then this
speaking of Bracy,
did you find him?
He signed up to join the Secret Art Project.
Oh, cool. Yay.
Yes, most excellent. And hey, Jeff, if you're watching, I think we might need a healer.
Oh, ha, 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 ha. Yeah. This cover, I don't know if, like, what's going on, because it has zero backers for this level, but I do this 2-cover combo, so there's 6 people there that could be getting this cover. But I was just like, this cover is too gorgeous to have nobody. I don't know, like, what the heck?
I'll just go to what my, me. It's the lowest tier of the A cover that I can get because I'm a broke ass. But look, if I have money, there's a couple of covers here that I would just be buying out of.
Yeah, but I mean, like, there's like, I don't get this. Like, their fandom is supportive. I don't know why. Again, it's like, where is everybody? Sometimes I don't get it. Like, she has a ton of people that follow her, and maybe they just, I gotta invite her as a collaborator or something on Instagram, because her crowd loves this, but none of them have showed up. So
I think
I don't
when
know.
I signed up, I messed up because I think I just chose the top tier, and I wanted that. If you go down one more, was it variant D? Yeah, the one with Lola and
The
Sad
Lola,
Pancake. Yeah.
this one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my jam. I think I have a thing for Lola. Miss Nim's got to watch out. So.
There's a lot of people that have a thing for Lola. Brandon Sarochi. We'll just leave it at that. We haven't.
Yeah, but you like Darren too.
Well, it's Brandon.
See, hold on, go back. I need to get. Well, you can't go back. I need to get
It's a
that
GIF.
Sugar Skull short for Mrs.
Yeah.
Nim, so
That's Skull Arena, and I love that one.
yeah,
That's great.
I've got
That
that.
was even like I got a cover from the artist name is Angelo Aquino, and he is actually a middle school or high school art teacher. And so he's been on my radar. He does some really beautiful vector art, a lot of like nature with animal skulls and people, and gorgeous work. And so I reached out to him, and so he did a cover. It was on, I want to say issue 3. It was that rioter with that had a sign that was carrying around that was like still dead outside, still human inside. And then there was graffiti on the wall behind it that said no pulse, no rights. So we're just capturing the divide between the living and the undead and the crash. But he was like, hey, I have this that really looks like your style. And so I paid him to use the image. And so he's like, yeah, you can make merch with it as well if you want. So there you go. So I was like, cool. And he did that. He changed the color specifically for us. And so he has, yeah, that's the new one. That's the Sad Pancake is the new one. But
I will say on Wednesday, I wear my Path of Pale Rider shirts all the time.
The yellow one?
Yeah. Well, I've got that, and I've got my hoodie that I got from you. But I was down in San Diego on Wednesday, and I wore that shirt on Wednesday, and I was getting all sorts of compliments on it. So, and of course, you had the thing like that. So.
And this guy too, like this is Everett Watkins who did that yellow shirt, and he did like the Cowboy Against the Sunset for issue 1. He did the zombie Christmas tree for Santa Claus for issue 2. This one, he designs logos and websites for people. So there is hidden talent out there that we should be giving a shot. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Lola on the card, this one, that's Everett Watkins too. Like he is incredible for capturing my characters. And again, it's like he's not even in the comic scene. He does logos.
Well, I think the thing that gets me, and you know, I hope it's okay to say, but I think with all the merch and all the stuff you have in there, it screams that you are invested in your project. And it's like, it's the kind of thing I take away that for my stuff going forward, it's like, you can't be half-assed. You got to go all the way in and believe in what you're doing and invest, you know?
I just want to say that thing you just mentioned, he does logos. He does logos, guys. Okay. He creates the thing that makes your title of your comic.
Not for comic books. He does it for corporate America.
Yeah.
But if somebody hired him to do something for a comic, he wouldn't do it.
No, absolutely, he would. But I'm just saying, like, that's not. He doesn't live in the comic book world.
Right. I'm telling people, there are people out there that do that kind of stuff. Edwin in our group does logos and stuff, but there's bands that need logos. Your comic needs logos. Your branding for your you know, overall whatever, right? You need logos for that.
Yeah.
Logos that stand out, and you want to go to professionals for that. You really do, because anybody that's been doing that for any period of time, if they're any good, you'll see their logos.
Right.
Okay. You'll see their
great
stuff
at capturing like the essence. It's like it grabs attention. You know what I mean? That yellow cover with Big James on it is so iconic. That's an issue 3, but I will probably always carry that cover because everybody loves it. It's the Sad Pancake cover from issue 6. Everybody loves it.
That yellow one, the yellow one kind of is the what do you call it? quintessential Big James. That's the one. Okay, that's the one people.
We got a
if
lot
you
of
say
Big James covers.
That's the one they think of, right?
Yeah, I mean, like I have a Big James cover every issue, but that one always stands out. It's just an incredible image.
That's the first one
100%.
that comes to mind. Actually, when somebody says Pat, that's the first one that comes to mind.
Yeah.
And the second one is of course, the poker game because you know, obviously why, you know. I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna leave and don't put a tie on though because we're using words like quintessential now.
Don't worry, I got it covered.
All right.
I got it covered.
All right. I know.
I can make it right. Okay,
Ooh.
how's that? How's that? Can I use big words now?
Yes.
Look at dead sexy.
By the way,
there,
speaking of big words, I named this cover Capitulate.
See?
Go look it up.
Yeah, go look it up.
So anyway, we have this great 2-cover combo. I highly recommend this because again, you can get any of the covers except for the wooden cover here. So you get 2 physical copies and the PDF for $20. That's amazing, right?
Absolutely.
And then we still have a couple pop spots available. It's the Jimmy Pop that's on this campaign that you can still get. The new pop that's a secret has already been claimed, so that one's gone. But these are fun. And again, it's like I don't make extra of these, and so it's limited to 5. But if only 2 people order them, you get a 1 of 2.
Yep.
The secret reward, there's only going to be a couple people I think that get this one, but it's incredibly funny this time around, and it's wearable. Leave it at that. Wooden covers are always a great choice. I feel like since this is such a critical issue, that this would be the place to invest in a wooden cover if I were you. We'll probably do a wooden cover for 8, and then I might reevaluate whether we're going to continue to do wooden covers or not, considering what's coming in the next 4-issue arc. You know what I mean? That part of the arc. Add-ons. This is a great opportunity too, because we're doing a limited re-release of issue number 1 with the William Russell cover, because William Russell has done variant covers for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to continue because we enjoy our barter process. But he missed doing variants for issue 1 and issue 2, and so he's going back. So you can actually get 2 William Russell covers on this campaign. You can back issue 7 and add on issue 1. I'm not going to be printing a ton of these because again, it's issue 1. It's already out there. But so these are pretty limited. And then next campaign, he'll do a variant for issue 2. And then we'll open up, like you can do a whole Angry Artist collection of Path of the Pale Rider, which I think is fun. He and I overlap on a lot of our audience at this point, just because we've been working on our projects. If you haven't read Psycho Sal, I picked up writing that on issue 4. So I wrote issue 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a 9-issue run, and Chris Hayes wrote the end, which will, I think, be live next month on Kickstarter. So I'm going to be lettering that one. I just added this last night, the Cthulhu Invades Fairyland preview. So the graphic novel is 170 pages, right? It's huge. It's on Kickstarter right now. I put the link if you're interested in getting the big one. You'll have to go to the Kickstarter and back it there. But if you want the 34-page preview, which includes my story, Beauty and the Beast, you can have it as an add-on on this campaign, which is a lot of fun too. So there's 4 stories in there. Imagine grim fairy tales told with a Lovecraftian lens.
Nice.
They're pretty dark. They can be gory at times, but it's an interesting world to kind of walk around in. Can I add another 2 cover to my initial order, or just do a separate order? There's a way to do it. You can either, if you want to take advantage of the deal, the $20 deal, you'd probably have to do it through a different account. But you can just add on variant covers if you want. I think I'm not sure what price they are at. I'll have to look at the add-ons, but you can just add them onto your existing pledge. So you would just go, where does it say at the top? it'll be at the top where it'll show your pledge, and then you could say like adjust my pledge, and then you're going to choose the same one, but then it will take you to the add-ons and you can add on other things. That's how you would adjust. So I forgot where we were at here. Maybe.
You were down on
here, Cthulhu.
So, however you say that. So
I always say it wrong too. It's Cthulhu-ish. So anyway, I just was able to add this last night. So that's the first time I got the okay to add it on. But it's an interesting view, and again, it's another story by Laurie Calcaterra. It is very dark. I'm just going to warn you. I did Beauty and the Beast, the retelling of Beauty and the Beast. So,
and it wasn't pretty.
What's that? What'd you say?
Pretty. I said, and it wasn't pretty.
It's not. It's not pretty. My editor Rachel Bullock read that for me just to make sure it made sense, and she read it and she was like, I know you, and I kind of had an inkling of what you were going to do at the end. How dare you? And I was like, no.
See, and I haven't read it, and I knew.
I'm sure you can figure out, knowing me, what's going to happen at the end. Well, maybe it is a good twist. Like, and again, it's Beauty and the Beast, but I told it from like Salem, like in the middle of the Salem witch hunt, and like the girl is being accused of witchcraft, and they're going to kill her in the first page, and then this hooded figure named Fenrir kind of comes down and he demands to take her, and then like they have rumors about this family that lives, the Count Fenrir that lives in the castle on the cliffside, and like just crazy things they say, like they're cursed and they're mutated and they're cannibals and that he's going to eat her and like all this weird stuff, right? And then that's where I dump you and you get to see kind of what happens, and we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. No
we'll leave it at that. Choose Your Own Path, always a good choice. 60-page. It's prose with some illustration by David Rodriguez, who was actually the original artist before Marco DeFeo, back in 2020 when everything kind of crashed and burned because of COVID. So he still lives on with Path on the interiors of this. The wrap cover is done by Marco DeFeo, and it's gorgeous. So have fun with that. There is actually a riddle at the end too. Trade paperback. If you don't have this, it's a great opportunity to kind of add it on to. So if you prefer trades, you can get issue 7, add on the trade, and add on 5 and 6. That's a way to catch up. Here's the laser engraved. This is what I was talking about, Nem, the poker card size.
Yeah.
And I only made 10 of these, and there's a few of these that are claimed. So if you want one of these, if I have some left, just let me know. You know what I mean? Squishies.
Squishy.
Not edible. It's an actual squishy. I don't have them here, but they're fun.
You have to say it right, though. You have to say it. Squishy.
Yeah. They're one of those things that the kids love. And that was the whole idea behind it, is because I go to cons and sometimes I go to library shows and there's a bunch of younger families, and I don't fit that niche. These do. So, I mean, like if you want a pink brain or if you want a bear paw, I have those now for the kids. So these are
unfortunately, my dogs and cats would love the squishies as well. So.
Yeah, don't let them eat that. That would make them sick. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I love this add-on where you can scentify your cover. So if you add on this, I will put a transparent scratch and sniff sticker on your cover.
So I was thinking, I have these thoughts and I just make more work for Laurie, unfortunately. But you were talking about the soundtrack with the noise and stuff.
Yeah.
For the things.
Yes.
It's like, wouldn't it be amazing to have scratch and sniff on the inside? Do you can smell?
Yes.
Yes. So.
Did we talk about this, or am I having deja vu? I feel like
I think you're having deja vu. No, we haven't talked about it. So.
Hi, Lucy. Lucy, I'm talking to her and on X. She might be, willing to possibly, hopefully, get in there and solve our healer problem. Just because.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She's also a 2D and 3D modeler. I might want to talk to her at some point. So yeah.
So
I did talk about this though. Maybe it was with fish.
Yeah.
Somebody I was talking about, like we could put scratch and sniff on the inside, but I cannot find something that accurately captures zombie
like
flesh.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know, but
matter. I might talk to the scratch and sniff people.
On that one page, you know, when Jude gets into the van, and it's like I'm imagining, I don't know, I'm just looking at the page, but it's hot and it stinks.
Yes.
It's like I want to smell the sweat and the stink and the stank. It's not stink, it's stank, you know.
And see, that's the thing that people don't think about this world is what does it smell like?
Yeah.
Yes, Pops.
I do want to say, going back to what Nem said about making you work more.
Yeah.
I can probably say that since I met Laurie on her first campaign and said, more shows, you got to go on more shows, which was more work for Laurie. And
I think Pops is the one that's given me the most work.
The second campaign was poker cards. You need to do some more work here. It's like, I think almost every campaign I have donated a little extra to Laurie.
Yeah, he's always the idea guy. He's like, I have this thing. And I was like, poker cards, got it. He's like, I have this thing. And I'm like, cool. The guy that gets stabbed in the back at the end of the short film. Got it. You know?
Oh, like, you want to smell.
No, you don't want to smell that. You see, that's the thing is I would have to make sure it's okay because some people don't want to smell it, you know? We're good. How are you?
We are wonderful. We are here. And yes, I'm actually a person. I'm not just an avatar.
I don't know if I would say that I'm good because I'm thinking about trying to smell zombie stink, but I'm here. I'm okay.
I tried to do zombie stink on the scratch and sniff stickers last campaign. I chose the scent of durian. It actually came out a little sweet. So again, sometimes they're hit and miss with the scratch and sniff because they're trying to encapsulate smell. The one that I sent out for barbecue sauce was actually pretty stinky.
You know what you need? You need I don't know if they can even do this scratch and sniff. That surströmming, that fermented fish from Sweden that smells so horrible.
Oh, hell no. I'm gonna have people barfing on their comics. So
that's what you're aiming for. That's the true experience.
I mean, like, and then there could be Andrea who's just like, you know, poor Andrea, and then I could lose some backers. So we have 2 poker cards. Do a limited print set of those in Gen Pop. Oh, okay.
What is Gen Pop? No, I don't know that.
So. General population. Like, you want me to just like randomly have them out in the world, and you're lucky if you get one? Like that,
scented ones.
Yeah, like 5 out of the 300 that I printed are scented, and congratulations if you got one like that. Yeah, okay.
Congrats, you get zombie stank. You win it, like.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I could just mix them in, and then I don't know who's getting them too, until you open the box and you're like, oh dear God. As an upsell, well, we could do that too. Yeah, as an add-on. That's what I'm doing with the covers, but at least the covers smell good. I don't know where we're going to end up here because this 3-week campaign is I don't know. We'll see what this last week. I got a lot of stuff lined up.
I know Nem is going to know what I'm talking about. You open up an old box of comics and there's that smell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this will be different.
Okay, or you open up a new one. Well, back in the day, you'd open up one of them new newsprint comics and that smell would come to you. Laurie is trying to buck the system by making comics you don't smell.
Yeah. Although I have to say it's too late now, I know, but Halloween is coming up. Maybe next Halloween we need a Path of the Pale Rider bikini or swimsuit issue because it could be with the undead.
Just a bunch of skeletons in bathing suits.
Or zombies, you know, or for Valentine's Day, you could have a special thing. It's like my heart belongs to you, and it's actually a heart.
I got it.
I did that last campaign. I did a crossover with Murderface, and we had Valentine's Day cards. And there's a Big James that had his heart missing, and it says, I miss you a whole lot. Because there was a heart-shaped hole. And then there was Sad Pancake with a heart in his mouth. That was like
calendar.
Your heart.
Each month is a different part of the decay. It decays as the month goes on, right? right?
Like someone
And
brought up
it
calendars to me.
It doesn't
Like,
have to be the same art or the same subject, but a
Yeah.
different level of decay.
yeah,
for each
as
month,
the months go on. Someone was like, you need a sad pancake calendar. And then I was like, Gilbert, LOL, let's do a sad pancake calendar. And he was like, why don't we do Jude as a fireman calendar?
Oh,
And
sure.
then he's like, we'll throw in like a Dwayne pinup at the very end, or like an April Fool's Day. It's Dwayne
yeah.
Fink in a
Oh, yeah.
pinup.
Can
So we
you
got a lot
imagine,
of
though?
fun ideas. What?
Can you imagine if Valentine's Day, like, we actually sold a box of chocolates with an actual heart that you could, like, had a little, like, air thing that you could press and it, like, looked like it pumped. It says, my heart belongs to you, with some chocolates around it.
Oh my God. Or just like it's a
Chocolate
chocolate
heart.
covered cherry
Chocolate
in
gummies.
anatomically correct heart chocolate mold.
Yeah, exactly.
The gummy people. The gummy people.
Gummy
get
people.
hard.
Like, I'm super excited. We got to get here, minimum here, right? Because this is a lot of fun. So this one unlocks at 65. So we got some work to do. Zombie Deconstructed. And I was like, when your fandom are foodies, you make your stretch goals edible.
Dude,
right?
This one inspired me. I want Crom gummies.
Yeah. And now they don't make the actual gummies. They get them wholesale. Just so you know. They're not like, they aren't making the molds, but they have access to thousands of different kinds of gummies that you and I would never have access to.
We're going to have to make Crom molds for gummies.
Good luck with that. But eyeballs, brains, teeth, and bears is what's going to be in this like little fun pack.
Oh
like,
my. So
right. So this one you can eat. This is edible. It is not infused with anything, so there's no confusion.
We are on Twitch right now, Lucy. And yes, I do stream the games to Twitch. But I don't have a following there, really. Our following is on YouTube, X and Build and Facebook and Rumble. We're all over the place. But yeah, I throw it up there on Twitch. I just don't have a following there.
I don't know why I'm in Wizard of Oz mode, but I was just saying when you were like zombies and teeth and bears, I mean, it's like you just have to add the oh my.
Oh my.
It's zombies and teeth and bears.
Oh my. That's how you say it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the next one we're going to unlock because we unlocked the poker card at 100. So at 5,500, we'll unlock this sad pancake scratch and sniff. And again, I'm not going stinky. It's going to smell like maple syrup because he's too cute. So you can have a maple syrup doggo. And then, of course, after that unlocks the slice and dice. So this is always a ton of fun. I dress up as Pikachu. And on the Tuesday morning brew, we smash the heck out of fruit, vegetable, whatever. This will probably be another pumpkin because it'll be in the fall.
Look at those guns, man.
Yeah, right. The sledgehammer has won twice already. People really like that sledgehammer. We just got a chainsaw, so I'm going to add that to the list. But I have a bunch of knives and swords that you guys haven't seen yet, so we can always do that. We've done two-handed axe. We've done blah blah blah. The bat saw was last time, and that was fun too. I might switch these around. I'm thinking I move this one, the zombies, instead of the magnet. I might move that here because I really want to do these.
I want the roasted coffee.
Yeah, I do too. And so I might move that. I might switch these two because Big James Magnet is cool, but not as cool as the beans. So I'll move that down.
Cheers. That was to Lucy. So
yeah. Collaboration. If you have not read Immortal Era by Ed Davis, I highly recommend it because it's like we were tuned into the same creative and warped cloud in the sky. Sister
ordered
series.
Mine the other day.
So what's that?
I ordered mine the other day.
Yeah, because it's like in his world, death is also broken. So it's the same kind of concept, but we approach it differently. So mine ended up being like a Western with undead. His is more like a sci-fi, futuristic, dystopian. You know what I mean? But again, they figured out what broke death and they're trying to put death back together. My story, we haven't figured out what is broken death yet. So, but he's on issue 11. So he's further into his story than I am, but I highly recommend it.
You will be the only one that knows what I'm talking about, but Mrs. Nim said I made a good choice and not forking out the extra money for the booty issue. So
For the what?
for the booty cover. So
the booty cover.
So
His artist loves butts. We'll
I
just put it
know.
that way. And I noticed that too. I didn't say anything to Ed until you were like, "What's with the butts?" And I was like,
Oh,
"See, okay,
yes.
it's not just
See?
me." They're like they're fully clothed, but it's like the shapely butt outlined in the.
Yes. We
Just
all
it's
know
yeah.
that I have like no filter and I
Yeah.
can't keep any secrets, and that's why nimming something is a word now.
Yeah, that's
in
where I'm like,
English.
we're not going to say that. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Don't tell Nim anything you don't want broadcast to the world, you know. So.
Yep. But you should definitely check out these other 2 campaigns that are currently live. So Immortal Era, they're funded, so you're guaranteed to get your book. Again, this is his 11th issue. There's no question about it. And then Produce Cats
Just cute. Just
is
cute.
super cute. So if you just like cat, and I mean, like, and I know my fandom likes animals because I got Big James and Sad Pancake merch out the wazoo because of the fandom. But it's cats as fruits and vegetables, and she's got very inexpensive merch. So there's like magnets and stickers and t-shirts and laser cut wood. So it's just something that she does for fun. She's also into comics, but she likes drawing cats as well. So it's separate from her main story, but just a lot of fun. So there's an opportunity to get some free merch from the 3 of us. We have 2-sided metal cards for Immortal Era and Path. And then we have food related stickers. There's a Gary the avocado. And then from me, you get the dinosaur chicken nugget with the Western gear, a la Gilbert Perez. Those turned out super cute. So I'm not going to spend too much time here. You guys can go muddle around, but the back of every issue is a riddle. You can interact with Path of the Pale Rider like it's real. We have hidden videos on YouTube. We have working phone numbers. We have websites, dedicated that you can stumble upon. So there's this whole extra part of Path that fleshes out the story. And like, if you want to know more about Dwayne Fink and you want to know more about the Undead Underground, and this is how you find that out, is by interacting with these things. You can see Pops Van Zant in this second one. He's in there. He's also in this one. So I give people. Yeah, he dies in this one. But you can have the opportunity to participate in these yourself. So a lot of times I'll put out the call, like, take a picture of yourself making a zombie face. So like at the end, the credits of this one, I zombified 40 people using photo filters, made them look creepy as all get up, and then concocted a story about how you were collected. And so it's fun. I'm overdue for these, but it's just
I got scraped off my bed after being blown in half.
Really funny. So here's the team, of course. These are the very talented individuals that tell my story. Gilbert Perez, super funny, dark sense of humor, except for when he didn't realize he had to shoot Sad Pancake. That's
and he also signed up for the secret art project.
So I'm looking forward to seeing what he turns out for that. It'll be fun. Here's Matt Chambers, who was with us earlier. He is, again, our colorist, super talented. He's been with us since we did issue 3 and then went back and colored issue number 1 for us. Super funny, dark sense of humor. You can see where I'm going here. And then Rachel Bullock, who is my very beloved editor, who has not only been with us since the beginning of Path, but has also helped with Psychocell. And she has helped Avalon and Raise and Murderface. And she did help me with the Cthulhu Invades episode that I wrote as well. So super talented, will help you stay polished. Highly recommend Rachel. And I think we're basically to the end. No AI, no thank you. There's a way, if you're a Canadian backer, please reach out to me if you're interested. I will put together a package with exactly what you want. So we don't have to guess on shipping. I will weigh the stuff. I will find out how much it is to ship it to you. And I will create a 101 tier with your name on it. So there's a way to get it. You just got to contact me. If you're international, unfortunately, I don't ship internationally right now. It's something that I will look into in the future. But there is a way to get the trade paperbacks internationally, and it's through the Laurie Calcaterra collection on ASAP Imagination / Anyone World. So you can still get it there. Okay. And that's about it. I mean, like, we got a ton of stuff, and I'm sorry if I talked y'all's ear off, but I'm excited for this. Can you blame me, right?
It's all right. My ear's still alive because it's Path of the Pale Rider. So.
Your ear. That's. I always wonder if they do that on purpose in my world. That would be interesting. Or they're like, we're gonna take your eye out and put it over here so you can spy.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? How disjointed would that be, though? It's so confusing. It might probably drive you crazy to.
Well, now I want a James Bond type story in the Path of the Pale Rider universe. So, like, Daniel like takes his hand off and it like goes under the door. You know.
Yes. So it's funny because there's this side story I want to write about like a 7-Eleven in the wasteland. And it's like you go in there and it's perfectly stocked and it's always clean. And the person that runs the store is just ahead. And nobody knows how this store is supplied and restocked and cleaned. But somebody or something is doing it. And they like, nobody has figured it out yet because the head just sits there and talks to you. Like, he's just like, don't track mud in here. I just cleaned that. And it's like, what? He's just ahead. And so it's just fun stuff that we can do. You're going to see
keeps his body in the back room during store
right?
hours.
Isn't it? And like, he's just like, you missed a spot. Like he's telling his body what to do. Like, is that, we do have a
character. You had me directing my legs around.
Yeah, exactly. Come back, dummy. No, and he like falls over. So you are going to see more of that when we get further into the story. We have to get into, like, you had to learn the world through Jude's point of view. You had to understand Jude. And then after issue 7, again, we're downhill to the answer. And that, again, will change everything about what Jude's journey and what his goal is. It will change. And then in the next arc is 100% more wild than the first one. So hopefully we can continue doing what we're doing. Running a campaign on Kickstarter or any kind of crowdfunding platform is the most important time for indie creators. That is when, you know, we can pay our artists and pay for printing and pay for the cool stuff that we're putting out in the world. It keeps us moving forward. So as the Kickstarters grow, we can do more and we can release quicker. You know, so hopefully that's the goal, is that I really think that when people read this issue, they're going to view Path of the Pale Rider differently. It's going to change your mind about this world.
Which is why I waited. I get to start it too.
I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for everybody like that gets to binge read the story, because it's like, oh, all the good stuff.
I'm the kid who likes to skip to the end of the book. You know, there's a big surprise. Yeah. So this is killing me because I want to know the answers. You know, so
thank you, Pity Ma. I love you. You pushed us closer to that next stretch goal, ma'am. So thank you very much.
Very cool.
And it's like, I would love to tell people, but I can't tell them because he'll spoil it.
That's a good call. That's good. That's a good career choice. Good life choice. You can.
Yeah.
So I own it. I am not the best person at keeping secrets. I have the worst poker face in the world. My wife knows. The minute I'm trying to like put anything past her, my mustache starts to twitch, and that's it.
No, she's like, all right, spill the beans.
Yeah.
Spill it.
So
one of my kids is that way. She's just like, I got in trouble. And I'm like, what did you do? You know, and she tells me, and I'm like, okay. And she's like, are you mad? I'm like, no, thank you for being honest with me. I'm like, we can talk about it, but you're not like grounded for life. I'm like, until you get arrested, and then you're grounded for life.
Until you're anticipating
arrested, just let the state hold them. Then you know they stay grounded. You see what I'm saying? They don't sneak out. You don't have to punish them again. You see what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh!
So let's get those numbers up, everyone. Share this link. Yeah. Share the link to Kickstarter around. Let's get it up. I want to get some of these other You know, and I know you guys do too. I want to get some of these more add-ons from everything.
I want
Like,
poker card. I want the whole deck. I want the poker card.
We're getting there. I mean,
So,
it's fun to build it every issue. And again, it's like, just like I have stuff that I'm sitting on that's secret, we haven't unlocked 2 of the suits for reasons.
Right.
Because the suits are all themed, right? And I've always talked about like how there's cults and there's groups and there's different, like, it's kind of like Fallout where it's like you have, you know,
factions.
You have the Vault Dwellers, you have the Brotherhood of Steel, you have like the
factions.
The what?
Different factions.
You have different factions. And so that's what we have in Path. We have different factions, and some of the factions we haven't met yet. So that's exciting, you guys. You have 2 suits that you can see, the Hearts, which is again Jude, and there's characters that are still coming in the Heart suit that you have not met. And then of course the Undead suit. We've unlocked most of them, but there's still more. And then of course there's the Joker who doesn't fit anywhere, which is Dwayne Fink.
go check it out, everyone, please. So,
oh, hey.
Okay, that's them. Hi.
What's up, Kitty?
I need to talk to you, Kitty, at some point, because I watched Kitty's show last night and I was laughing and having a good time, and I want to be on that show.
You see how that works? You see how that works?
I'm going to be on Kitty's show this coming week. I'm excited because that is a fun show. I got to find my tinfoil hat. Maybe I should make one.
Although I watched her spin the Wheel of Conspiracy, and I had my favorite. I was rooting. I was like, come on. It was like Wheel of Fortune for me. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, oh.
I wasn't prepared for that the first time, but I surprisingly knew something about the conspiracies that we actually spun the wheel twice because we were having so much fun with it. I was like, let's do another one.
Yeah. And this is the kind of thing we're trying to do, people. We're trying to entertain you. Are you not entertained when you watch these shows?
Right.
When you watch Creative Chaos, I mean, some of the not all the shows are necessarily a shield show. Okay, I mean, we have all kinds of different stuff on the network. Gaming streams. Nem runs one. Chris, that was here earlier, he runs one. We're trying to have a good time, people. Nem, look, he watched her show and he's like, oh, that looks like fun. I want to be part of that. This is all we're trying to do is make this fun, guys.
And sometimes people's shows are so amazing that they're booked for the rest of the year, unfortunately. So.
Yeah, like Laurie, you can't get on Laurie's show.
I know.
You can't get on Laurie's show.
I'm booked through February at this point. So if you want to be on the brew, you got to sign up for March.
You see how that works, people?
I want to be on your show, but I can't wait that long to start the new campaign. So
no, you book now for your second campaign.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I mean, just book it. And if you have something live, great. And if you're working up to something, great. And if you just finished it, great. We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
and
you always got
wherever you
going
are
on.
in your journey, we'll talk about it. You know what I mean?
And you always got something going on anyway. Between now and then, who knows what new you'll be into? Book a date. Either that or get on her backup list.
That too, because I need those because we're booked so far out, stuff happens where people are like, I got, a doctor's appointment, or I have to be somewhere else because of a funeral, or I completely forgot and I have to be at work. It happens. So
I was just being a smart ass though and giving you shtick. So I'm sorry. You know me. I don't know if you knew this about me, but I'm a smart ass, Laurie. So
see, I booked Laurie's show for our 29th-ish book.
We'll talk about it. When you're 10
she's on
years in
the future.
Yeah, she's on like 7. 29. Just kidding.
Yeah, this is what you do. This is what you do. Billy dropping the link to Bad Moon. Go check that out.
Yeah.
This is what we do. We try to get what you guys are doing seen. You want to be on one of our shows? We have a bunch of shows. We got Monday Madness. We have this show right here. Laurie's Tuesday Morning Brew. Nem in the AM exclusively on Phil.net.
I will also say tonight at 8 Eastern. If you like the old Invasion of the Body Snatchers from 1978, one of my other shows will be talking about that on YouTube, Cinema Crusaders. And then I am going to be on another show on the Madness at 11 o'clock Eastern, and I forget what the name of the show is.
Freewheeling Friday with Ryan Perkins. Yeah,
I will be on that show tonight. My wife.
And I hooked you up with him specifically because I want to hear you guys throw movie quotes back and forth.
Yeah, that'll be fun. The whole show. I wanted to come on that one, but I'm going to a con tomorrow, and I'm already feeling wiped. So I wish Ryan the best of luck with his launch, and it's a Western too. So I if I could have a clone, the one that could sleep in tomorrow would come on the show to support, because I love Ryan too, but I just can't do it. I'm already feeling like I'm getting sick.
Before we go, I have to ask you a theoretical. You know how twins have a connection?
Yeah.
You know, what if in your universe, one twin died and one stayed alive? What would happen?
Oh, I don't know. Would they still be connected, or would that connection be lost
and
because they're no longer living? I think there would still be a connection, because it's like the spirit. You know what I mean?
What if the undeath started creeping into the other twin little by little?
Doesn't work that way. Sorry. Hate to rain on your parade.
Oh, damn.
I think they would still be connected. It would be interesting though, because their relationship, it would be so hard to watch your twin devolve.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like the humanity. When you lose your humanity, it's like, you know, it's that loved one that you're watching go through dementia. It's hard. So I feel like they would probably be a sympathizer to the undead cause. So the undead underground, when they start rioting, they have living people helping them riot, because it's their family. You know, their twin, their mother, their child is being told you don't have rights no more. You know what I mean? Like, when we're going to take you away, we're going to disappear you to the undead retirement community. And so there's people that are hiding family members in their house, or trying to get them out of communities where it's illegal to be undead. But there's this whole underground where they tell you which communities are safe, and they have like hobo signs, and it's elaborate. So
are there
I think.
See, I've got all sorts of questions, but it's like we could be here for another 2 hours if I start asking all my questions. So.
Yeah.
So that's why you go on each other's shows.
Exactly. But this is why I have to come on your shows, because when you come on mine, I ask you questions, and we don't on path, but it's like
the cosmic twin theory.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be interesting.
Well, I was also thinking, I played a video game recently where there was a scientist on there, and this was on androids, but like the androids were alive basically, and he was doing experiments on them and taking parts of the androids and stuff. Was like, can you imagine if someone did that with the undead in your universe?
Yes.
Oh
now,
my Lord.
We're going to get there.
Yeah.
We're going to get there. We're going to get there. There is a lot of science that comes later in the story. And again, it's Jude St. Clair's point of view, and he's not a science guy, but there's science people out there that he will meet. And so we're going to go down a huge rabbit hole. I did a lot of research into deep brain electrical stimulation.
Ooh.
We will talk about it when we
get there. I'm going to Google that later. Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't want to name it for myself. I'm going to wait.
You won't be able to spoil it for yourself, but it's just a really interesting concept and they were doing this kind of stuff in the 90s. So it's not new technology. So I'm wondering, if that's what we were doing in the 90s, what are we doing now?
Yeah. Get this from Billy.
How do you know or don't know other versions of yourself is communicating with you or are picking up their thought patterns? You mean like with your twin?
With that twin, yeah.
Yeah. I always wonder that.
Or like you could feel, like sometimes twins say they could feel what the other twin's feeling. Like if you felt your twin
in pain,
in a constant, like they're undead and they're in that constant
pain or just constant panic. Because again, and they could die of natural causes. Like, I mean, like if the world starts falling apart, you could die of cancer, right? And not know because like maybe there's no doctor or whatever. You don't trust whatever. Things blow up. So if you die of cancer and your body's intact, but you're rotting on the inside, and then you can get stuck in like panic or rage or confusion. And how just terrible would it be to feel that your twin is stuck just in confusion? Oh,
Absolutely.
terrible. My world's terrible.
It is.
Sorry, guys.
That's why I wanted to check some fun little space monkeys into Big James and see what happens. So
that would be. I don't know how that would go. Would they try to repair him?
I will send. I think I'm working on everything now, and I know you're busy, but I wanted to get I know you've read the script, but I want you to see it and give me your feedback because I value your feedback and all that stuff. But they're constantly fighting mutation invasions and stuff like that. So it would be interesting, especially if they were not dead days.
Futurama?
Yes.
Do you know that episode where Fry eats the egg salad sandwich from the gas station and gets parasites?
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that's
and
what
then
I'm
Zoidberg
thinking.
shows up riding this.
Zoidberg. But it's like they're in there like making him the best version of himself. And it's like Leela falls in love with him, but she's not falling in love with him. She's falling in love with the parasites.
I already have that. I mean, Space Monkeys is very it's a very sarcastic tongue in cheek, but it does have an arc. I already know what it is. And it's like it's going somewhere, but it's all about mutation and whatever, and you're gonna eventually find out where the universe is, and it's really
interesting.
A microverse,
Yeah, the microverse. And it would be a bad day actually for everybody else because they would be fixing Big James and making him even more less decayed. So he just keeps getting more lethal because he's decaying backwards and becoming dangerous.
Right.
Like, that's a bad day. Like we hope at some point Big James is decayed enough where he can't kill you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Space monkeys would just keep him mobile forever. Like that's terrifying.
Yeah. Like they. All right. I gotta stop because I was about to name stuff. So
yeah, don't name it. So anyway. Anywho.
Also, just to say real quick, this is completely random, but Pops, Jeff just messaged.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We're hoping he can jump in there and fill that spot so that we don't get destroyed the next episode.
Big James just needs a big old bear hug.
This is what everybody thinks, and I always tell them it's a bad idea. The whole canon behind Big James is that he was shot in the head and he is stuck in rage. Like you can't, like it doesn't matter. He sees you and he's locked in, and he's not eating you. He's not hungry. He just takes you apart. Yeah, and they named him Big James because in that world there was a hamburger chain called Big James. That's where the Big Boy James came from.
Mm-hmm.
I think Lola is just misunderstood. So.
Lola is misunderstood, but again, she's protecting her people. Where it's like, okay, we're done negotiating with you. We want equal rights, but if you're not going to give us equal rights, I'm going to make you care about me by taking away your heartbeat. Now we're on the same side, and you're sympathetic to my cause. Aww. That's them. Oh, poor James. So gross. I mean, Sad Pancake is the one that you should be hugging. Well, he's still stinky, but he's a friendly dog. He's just.
Could you imagine you hug him too much and he falls in half?
Yeah, I mean, like he's actively rotting. He's missing a whole piece on his side. Yeah. So don't hug him too tight. You might break him.
I'm sorry, I broke your dog.
He hands you back like his head.
Yeah.
Broke your dog.
All right. What's going on, Pops? What are we doing? Uh-oh.
Don't
lost
know.
Pops.
That's okay.
So what is your next plan while we're waiting for Pops to come back? So I know you're not finished with this campaign, but where are we going from here?
Well, after 7, the books are going to go out this fall, and then we're taking the holiday season off. It was like I could have crammed in one more Kickstarter before the end of the year, but that would have meant that the entire team had to work over Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, and I really don't want to do that to anybody. I'm not that person. So we'll take the holidays off, which I think will be a good thing. It'll give the readers a chance to really absorb. Yeah. Well, not only that, but like come to terms with what happens in this issue. And then we will pick up with issue 8 in the spring. We'll probably run a campaign in February like we normally do. And we'll go from there. So after issue 8, we'll run another campaign pretty quick because it's the trade paperback. Again, the art for 5, 6, 7, and 8 will be done. So we're just doing a smaller campaign for print charges. And then I will have bonus material in that one as well. So you'll get some more behind the scenes. I'm going to have, I've been collecting all the fan art from Path since issue 1. And so you and your fan art could be in the trade paperback, the next one. So we'll just keep moving forward. And then after that, we're on to 9. We're on the last part of the story. So 9, 10, 11, 12. So, and again, I keep saying like we could release issues a little quicker if the Kickstarters, pick up. But again, it just depends on how the audience finds us. Hopefully that word of mouth will pick up after 7 because I really think people are going to be talking about what happens. So,
all right, cool. I do want to make a couple of quick announcements because today it's going to be a busy evening for sure. Tim and Dee are back. The ID show tonight, 8 o'clock. ADHD Theater at 9 o'clock. Freewheeling Friday at 11 o'clock. And the debut of the Late Night Art Attack at 1 a.m. with Jerry Hines, Raul and T, and Chris Pal. And I'm not going to ruin his last name. He's Chris Pal on Facebook. We'll just call him Chris Pal because I ain't going to butcher his last name. Thank you very much. We'll wait till tonight and we'll listen to how he pronounces it. And then we'll know because, that's how that works. But yes, we have like 4 shows back to back tonight. So it is all freaking madness, people. Don't miss out.
And come check out NIM in the AM on Monday mornings at 8 a.m. Pacific. And Pops has talked me into, we're probably going to extend that show by half hour and do a second show sometime during the week. So come check it out.
Yeah. I'm about if we just make, for now, we'll just make you the co-host of this show and see what happens about, like I said earlier, maybe doing it earlier, doing an exclusive part on Pilled, and then a toned down them in the AM for the real world, the normies, the regular YouTube people.
Okay.
We'll figure something out. But
it's possible.
If you're interested right now in backing me up on this show for the foreseeable future, that would be excellent because I wouldn't have to try and find something. I
could do that. So
cool. There you go. So we might just turn this into what's your issue with NIM?
Okay. You asked the right people. Their issue is NIM. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I'm sure some people's issue was Pops too, but that's too damn bad. Laurie, thank you so much for coming out. If y'all need to know where Laurie is, you can check in over here Tuesday mornings at 11 a.m. and she'll be right here talking to other people about what they do.
This Tuesday will be John Westhoff again. He's always a great chat. He's always doing something new. Drumsticks of Doom is, I think, on their last episode, closing out their arc. And so it'll be a good time. I'm going to ask him some things about Weird Al. I guess he's a Weird Al fan. I just discovered that. So we're going to talk about that on Tuesday. How did that even come to be a thing?
Gonna have to get some Weird Al first impressions. Have Ed do one of Weird Al's albums, and then you and John could come out.
Well, John is a fan. I don't really know that much about Weird Al. Like I know some things, but
I've been to see him in concert twice. Great concerts.
Ed,
listen to him on Dr. Demento when he first started, all the way back in the day in Southern California. So huge Weird Al fan. Anyway, throwing this up, this is on again tonight. Just search on YouTube for Cinema Crusaders. It's not on Madness, unfortunately.
Nope. That's okay. Look, gotta have other networks doing this too.
Yeah.
I can't do it all myself, bro. There's got to be other people freaking building networks doing this as well. So keep doing the thing, Al.
I am a horror aficionado. Look at that big word. But I had never seen this movie before, and I definitely have thoughts. So
really
interesting. Yeah, I had never seen this. So
that's interesting, Kitty.
We just played this. Laurie burned everything down. I mean, Karen burned everything down. Everything.
Karen likes to light fires.
The tactical whatevers. So
yeah, the tactical tatas.
That was in the asylum.
Light fires.
They came into play during the asylum. They didn't really come into play since then. But at least they're there. It's better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them.
They came in
handy. Sounds like a comic book team that would sell the tactical tatas.
They came in handy when he tried to steal my soul in like Tank. It just like they were made out of steel, I think, is what I said at that point. So it's just like nothing. Well, then it's Karen, so there is no soul. Karen doesn't have soul.
You're not finding anything.
I think she almost made friends with him too. She was like trying to make friends with.
I can even hear the song in my head, like "Drive on, tactical tatas, tatas fighting for your freedom. Drive on, tactical tatas."
Good night. Thanks for joining the show.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. We're gonna be out of here. No, check it out. Check out them stuff. Check out Laurie's stuff. Check out the madness. There's all kinds of stuff going on, man. And
next show, the opening will be Tactical Tata's soundtrack.
Yes.
I know Ned's going to be like, I'm writing this.
All right. Y'all have a great day. Peace.
Bye. Hi, I'm Laurie Calcaterra from the Tuesday Morning Brew, and I have a hot take for you. My friends, I am tired of remix, reboot, recycle, sequel, prequel. Aren't you? Like, where is all the new stuff? I want to know what's new in comics, in movies, in novels, and music. But for that, my friend, you gotta go to indie. Here on the Tuesday Morning Brew, we like to go right to the source. I interview indie creators, writers, artists, musicians, novelists, actors, you name it. They're all on the show, and it helps us keep a pulse on what's new, what's poppin', and what people are passionate about. Join us on Roku every week and other platforms live on Tuesdays. And no matter if you're drinking coffee, tea, or the tears of your readers, make sure you tune in to the Tuesday Morning Brew.